Welcome to Raider Talks. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Ibarra. Today we'll be doing our game preview and also recapping day 2 of the Raiders joint practice against the Patriots. Seemed like it was a good day. We're actually going to start with that. Nick, how do you feel about day 2 and the Raiders playing?
Yeah, it was another great day. I think most importantly is we heard everything looked good again. We came out of this with clean and no injuries. We came out of this healthy. And it sounded good, Yesterday, day 1, we looked great. You heard dominating, and you kind of heard it again a little bit. You heard that, DC and Devontae were doing DC and Devontae things. We'll get into it more. We heard that, red zone improved a lot. And I was as excited today as I was yesterday hearing all these news.
Yeah, I heard the red zone offense looked really good today. It looked like he said Carr was sharing the ball with everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone was getting looks. Devontae had 3 touchdowns in the red zone. I heard Mac Hollins got a nice one. Of course, Renfro got a nice one.
Abdullah had 2
got
catches.
a nice one.
Yeah.
A couple nice ones. And then on defense, Jonathan Abram got a pick 6. So that was good to see.
That's really good
We
to see.
didn't hear that much about defense, but we heard a lot about offense today.
Yeah, I think the one I heard is, I don't know how they do this because I don't know if it's like a series or you play 10 snaps or whatever, but I heard like their first, I guess you would say, series or whatever, they were like, they couldn't convert. Patriots couldn't convert. That Mac Jones and that offense was having a tough time against our defense, and it was, I think, a couple sacks, a couple batted balls, and a couple balls that were just thrown away. And I could just imagine, that pass rush getting after Mac Jones. So that was a good sign to see. I saw one tweet about that. But like you said, that's a good thing, seeing Jonathan Abram being a ball hawk now.
Yes.
A little bit. Coverage is his not strong suit, and seeing him get a pick 6 and interception in general, some good signs.
Yeah, it's good not only hearing good things about the offense the last 2 days, but hearing good things about the defense. Defense has been a real big question mark when it comes to the NFL media and people who are talking about the Raiders, and it seems like they're showing out. Patrick Graham's defense is showing out.
Yeah, and this is what we need. We know this offense is going to be explosive. It's a matter of, hey, is this defense going to hold up and get a couple stops and get off the field when need to? And from the way we're hearing it is that they look good, they look scary at times, and that this group is clicking and gelling really well.
And let's go on to the Derek Carr, Devontae Adams connection again. I mean, they looked great again today. That's what we're hearing on Twitter. Looked great yesterday. How does this make you feel going into the season? There's a lot of hype around these two, and it seems like it's coming to fruition.
Well, I'm just, Bill Belichick is a defensive coach, and he holds his defense to a high standard. And I know that Devontae Adams' play is out of this world. And from hearing stuff, and we just like you said, the 3 touchdown grabs in the red zone, the one-on-ones, he was beating them. There was just no answer for him these last 2 days, and that is just really, really, really exciting to watch. One video came out today. It was just Carr throwing to Devontae. And it looked beautiful, and it was just him throwing to him. Nobody covering, nobody anything. It was just a nice, simple route, and it just looked beautiful. And it's exciting. And now, all the reporters and stuff, there's a buzz going on that they look really, really good.
Yeah, because everyone questioned, Devontae Adams coming to the Raiders and continuing his success because he's going from a quarterback and Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr, and they're saying how it's such a big drop-off. But, Derek Carr is a really good quarterback, top 10 quarterback, just in general. And then their connection alone it makes up for a lot.
There was a lot of question. And just like you said, you go from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. When you guys played together, you guys were playing against college defenses. Now, this is big-time football. This is big boy football defense, and we went against the Patriots defense, and I'm just talking about them too, DC and Devontae, and there was no answer for it, and so, we're going to face other defenses this year, but, it's exciting to know that, through one team that they were unstoppable and there was just really no answer.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see him put on that Raider uniform week 1. That's going to be exciting to see him run on the field in that white uni. It's going to be beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and that's what I'm excited. I'm excited for just seeing him get in-game action, you know. And I think we talked about it. I think the Hall of Fame game, they were showing him warm up. And I said, man, that looks cool. You know, even though it wasn't even nothing, that just looks cool. And so I think, like you just said, week 1, coming out in that white uni, it's going to be amazing. And I think even week 2, we're going to be there. Hopefully they announce the offense.
They are going to announce the offense. Yes. Why are we talking about they're not? They are.
That place is going to go insane when they say Devontae. And so that's the 2 things I'm excited and waiting for. But that place is going to go crazy when Devontae Adams gets called.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just pumped up seeing that this connection's still there.
Yeah.
Stronger, better than ever. So that's exciting. It pumps us up as Raider fans. It pumps us up coming on the show every day and talking about it.
Yeah.
And now we'll go on to training camp. Training camp is over now. Finally over. No major injuries, you know, no fights with the Patriots. And I thought it was a really good camp, really successful camp.
No injuries, clean. You know, right now we're 3-0. We still got one more left to play. But this training camp, I'm not going to say easy because, you know, we were just doing tweets or whatever. But it seemed like it just came and went, and it was good. You know, no bullcrap coming out of anything. No, hey, well, this and this player's holding out. This is doing this. The only thing was the only kind of big thing is Waller with his hamstring.
Waller a little bit.
But after that, I mean, this was a pretty nice camp. You know, and, you know, I think as fans, we're kind of glad it's over. That means the regular season is right around the corner. You know, hopefully they've got, as far as Raiders, you know, McDaniels, Ziegler, hopefully they got a mindset of what they want coming, you know, next Tuesday with their 53-man roster. You know, some people already secured their spots. Some people still need to go show out in the game Friday against the Patriots.
Yeah, with camp being over, this will be it for Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, all these guys. Now they just got to get ready for practice to get prepared for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Now, and obviously some more guys too that won't play in this preseason game. But now looking ahead to this preseason game, there's going to be a lot of guys battling and fighting for spots. How excited are you for this game? I think we're going to see a lot of energy in Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.
This could be the last chance for some people. You know, this could be a big moment for some people.
Yeah.
So I think this could be a really fun game, really interesting game.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of effort and a lot of, you know, some people are still fighting for their jobs. You know, only, you know, certain people have made their mark and are going to be on that 53-man roster. The other ones, it's still up for grabs. You know, we still got some positions, battles that need to be won, and we still got some stuff that needs to be won also. You know, Stidham won the job. I think we're going to see a lot of Garbers. I'm excited for that. You know, to see what he can do
for 4 quarters.
Yeah, in a whole game. They don't know if they're going to start him or not. I think they should start him. There's no point of starting Stidham or even going out there for a drive. Hey, Garbers, go do this. Let's see what you got. Display yourself just in case. We don't know what's going to happen, but if you get cut, you know, you can maybe find another home, whatever. If not, then you're going to be our little project and be on the practice squad. But as far as this whole game in general, you know, it's our last tune-up for the second and third stringers to make the squad and even to get ready for the regular season. This is just exciting, and it's a little bittersweet. I'm excited for this game. I also want this game to be over with. My eyes are focused on the Chargers. I'm ready for regular season, week 1. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this game seems a little interesting because it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of guys fighting for spots, a lot of guys battling. But also at the same time, we kind of know who's going to make this roster. We have an idea that some guys aren't going to play. A lot of guys aren't going to play now because, you know, I mean, 33 guys are going to get cut.
Yeah.
You know, 33 guys are going to get cut. So you're not going to have a lot of guys on the field that are going to be on the field for week 1. So that's kind of the thing where you're like, but there's going to be guys battling for spots, trying to fight for just to scratch and claw their way to, you know, make this roster. So I think that's going to be the fun part. How bad do some of these players want to be Raiders? We're going to find out. We're going to find out Friday.
Yeah, you're going to find out Friday. And, you know, there's really, I don't care who's on the field or who's going to on the offensive side, who's going to quarterback, or, you know, who's got the green dot, you know, on the defensive side. Go out and just do your job. You know, don't look for anybody. You know, at the end of the day, you all are kind of competing against one another because now we're trimming it down from 80 to 53, just like you said. And I mean, go out there, show out, go take your spot. You know, don't make it hard on the coaches. Make it easy for the coach. Hey, yeah, that guy. You know, we're keeping him. Or nope, no, we don't look at that. We don't want that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this is it. They got 4 quarters, 60 minutes to prove to this organization that they want to be Raiders.
I think this Friday, this game is going to be a big game for Alex Leatherwood. He's fighting to be a Raider. I think he's fighting for a spot. I mean, we've heard reports that he can either be the right guard, he can get cut,
or he can get traded.
So this is going to be a big game for Alex Leatherwood, and he's going to play in this ball game. I expect him to play for, pretty much the whole game.
He's got to be good, and he's got to show that he can protect the quarterback and block for the run. I mean, you've got to have a great game. Coming up to this point, you haven't had a good camp. You haven't had good preseason games. You gotta come out and show out and show to the organization that you want to be a Raider. We've talked about this. McDaniels and Ziegler don't care what your contract status is. They don't care what pick you were. They want the right 53-man guy. The guys on the team. And if it doesn't look like you're going to be a Raider, or there's no fit for you, or if there's someone better, they're going to choose that other person. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do. But if he wants to be a Raider, he's got to have a good game Friday.
Yeah, because this line, I mean, it's going to be a tough line to crack for him. You got Colton Miller, left tackle, left guard. It looks like it's going to be Simpson.
Yeah.
Andre James at center. Right guard, Lester Collins looked good so far in camp. Alan Menor looks like he's going to win the right tackle spot for sure. And then we have Dylan Parham. Who we just drafted,
and they're high on because he can go.
And they're high on
in that line.
And they're talking about putting him on the line maybe.
Yeah.
To start week 1. So Alex Leatherwood's going to need to really have a good game. And like I said, I think if he plays good, they'll keep him on this roster because he's a first-round draft pick last year and all that. Like we said, though, at the same time, we know that Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler do not care about who you are or, what happened in the past.
Yeah.
But I do say if he plays good, just plays decent to good, he's going to make this team. Probably won't be a starter or anything.
No, but
if he plays great, then they might consider having him fight for a battle for an offensive line spot, and just keeping it open. Who's going to win it?
And I think with him, you survive the cut. You still got a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to show that you want to play against the Chargers. So go out, and show out Friday, and then go show these next 2 weeks in practice that you want to actually play and you want to be on that line against our big game against the Chargers.
Yeah, and there's other guys on the line that have played better than him.
Yeah.
In this preseason, not including the guys we named.
Yeah.
And those guys have for sure been all better than him. So I mean, he needs to really show out.
And McDaniel says today that that with Mumford and Brandon Parker, it looks like they might come back sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that gives a tiny bit wiggle room for Leatherwood, but still, I mean, if they're coming back sooner rather than later and their status, and, I mean, they both played better than Leatherwood, who knows what's going to happen.
I mean, Parker did not play good in his game.
No,
but last year, Parker did come in a guard position, right guard, and he did play better than Leatherwood. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders are more comfortable with Parker playing at the guard position, obviously, than Leatherwood. So there's a lot of guys in front of him. So, yeah, going to be a battle for him. The Raiders may lose their first-round pick last year.
We may lose our first 2 first-round picks. There was a couple articles. One was on Leatherwood, one was on Cleveland, that Raiders could be prepared to eat $10 million and let him go. I mean, we've talked about it. Crosby, Jones, Kuntz, and Bauer. I mean,
those 4 are just.
Graham has nothing but great things to say about those 4. Chandler Jones came out today and said, "Man, these 2 are excellent." He says, "I can't speak on what they did before here or whatever, but knowing them and seeing them at this camp, they look really good." And That's 4 edge rushers right there that look really good.
And then we got a ton of good linebackers.
Yeah.
So Cleveland Farrell can't go and play linebacker for this team.
No.
He's not going to crack that.
No.
So
especially when he hasn't been practicing or even doing anything.
So yeah, Farrell, we might lose we might lose 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
You know?
And just like I said on the other
53-man
one,
roster comes out Tuesday.
Yeah, and just like I said on the other video, it's going to be sad to see that value of pick go, but not sad to see Cleveland and Leatherwood go.
No.
Because they haven't done really anything for this organization or for us to say, man, I liked him or whatever. It's been disappointments. It's been bust. And I'm kind of just glad that McDaniels and Ziegler are going to put their foot down and would say, hey, there's no room for you here. We got to eat this money that you guys are owed, but there's no room for you here, and we don't see you guys as Raiders.
Yeah, I don't doubt that McDaniels and Ziegler will look at them and say, let's get rid of Mayock's guys.
Yeah.
It's our team now. Let's just get rid of them. They're not playing good. They're not playing up to our standards. Just get rid of them.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. Like I said, should be fun. We're coming up on a Raiders versus Chargers game in a couple weeks. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
And also, 53-man roster comes out Tuesday, like I just said, and that's going to be fun right there to see who makes that roster.
Yeah.
Because, there's 10 to 12 spots that are like, okay, who's going to make the team, who's not. I think we have a really good idea, but we don't know what's happening at camp. These players are, they're in the press conference room. These guys are asking questions, and they're not giving us real answers.
And they're not going to say, hey, how do you feel about Cleveland? And, Josh McDaniels say, oh, yeah, he's good. He's a work in progress. He's currently not on the field doing this, doing that. But in his mind, he'd be thinking, there's no room for him here. But you can't say that on the presser.
Yeah, because what if we want to trade him?
Yeah.
We can't, but we're not going to be able to.
No.
I'll tell you that right now. But you can't say anything bad about anybody.
Yeah.
And then, when they ask McDaniels always going to be kind of positive and stuff like that.
No matter who says it, they're always going to be positive, yeah.
When they ask the players, like Carr, how's Tyron Johnson looking? Oh, yeah, the whole group of wide receivers is looking really good. So they always bring up the whole group. Like, they're all hard workers. And so we don't know really anything. Like, there could be some special teams guys. There could be some guys, on special teams that we don't even know of, really, that are doing really good. And we really don't see it that much. It's not really getting hyped up that are going to make the team over some other players that maybe we know and have been getting some love, but they're just not going to make the team because they're not good enough. They don't have a spot. They don't have a role on this team.
Yeah. They've kept everything good and private, about everything that goes inside the locker room and all the discussions. And I think we might see a few surprises, good and bad surprises, on this 53-man roster. But, I think the word all off season and everything is just, it's exciting. This is exciting. After tomorrow, there's one more big day of doing the cuts or whatever, and then you're officially in the regular season getting ready for your week 1 opponent. And for us, that's the Chargers, and, you just can't help but be excited. And, you hear Devontae talk, you hear everybody, and everybody's now talking, and, it's crazy, and you heard Devontae on the Pivot podcast, if they're going to double me, someone's not on Renfro, and Renfro's going to put him on skates. And if someone's going to double him and me or whatever, then Waller's got the ability to take it to the house. And it's exciting. And we're now just days away from seeing this come into fruition and seeing it live. And this is just, it's crazy, it's exciting, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. And, even those other wide receivers, we haven't heard that much about them. They could be better than we thought.
Yeah.
Keelan Cole.
You haven't heard much about Matt Collins, the word is that he looks good too.
Yeah, Keelan Cole, Matt Collins. We can see the ceiling of Tyron Johnson. Can he reach that ceiling this season? Because if he can, this is going to be even more deadly offense because of his speed and the what he brings to the table for the Raiders. What he brings to the table for Derek Carr, for Devontae Adams. Yeah. Because Devontae Adams is obviously a speed guy too. He's fast. Yeah. But he's just a great route runner also.
Yeah. You just don't want you go for a streak and that's it.
Yeah. That's not him. But if Tyron Johnson's so good, you can use him as a distraction almost every play for either the great route runners of Devontae Adams or Hunter Renfrow. Yeah. Then you got Waller, who's fast and a tight end, big. Linebackers can't guard him. So it's tough. It's going to be tough for these other teams if we can get some of these guys rolling like we think we can.
Yeah. And, this offense is really going to be high-powered, and I think everything's going to be eyes focused on this defense. And like I have been saying, if we make plays, get off the field when we can, we're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, I trust this defense.
Yeah.
As much as people worry about it, I trust them. You know, I like what I see from the edge guys. Max Crosby's, I mean, he's electric, might be the most electric player in football right now.
Yeah.
You know, you got really good linebackers. I think you have really solid corners. I think you got really good safeties. Inside line's a little bit of a, you know, kind of a what if, but I mean, they looked good last week.
Yeah. With just one addition.
Yeah, just one
for
addition.
a couple series.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens.
The thing is, I think, you know, after this, we got to play these next 2 weeks. Not safe, but get ready. Everybody be smart and be healthy. Week 1's approaching, and it's approaching fast. And, you know,
nothing crazy happens. Nothing crazy happens, you know.
You know, and, you know, also, you know, a lot of good talent is going to get cut and not make 53-man rosters. You know, some trades might happen. And so, you know, next week might be crazy as soon as the rosters come out. You know, it might start this weekend with the cuts and everything. Yep. So, you know, after this game, I mean, I would look out for people who are getting cut, people who are now on the trade block, you know, contracts that they want to shed or not be on this year's payroll. This is when all gets exciting. And, you know, you have until next week. And then after that, it's officially game week. So I think for this next week, it's going to be a lot interesting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. One last preseason game. The Raiders looking to go 4-0 in preseason, stay undefeated going into regular season. This is really exciting. We'll see you guys next time, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.